All right, good afternoon. Form 4, second group. This is a Thursday group from 4 students. So how was your school lesson, your online class? Was it okay or not? Isabel, how was your school lesson today? Okay or not?
Yes, it's
Okay, how many lessons you have today?
okay.
How many? Never count.
3 subjects. 3 subjects.
Only three subjects only.
Yes.
Okay, not so heavy. Bernard, what
Not so
about you?
easy.
Bernard? Bernard, how was your school lesson today? How many lessons you have?
Today, Chinese, moral, and max.
3.
Yeah, I think so.
Only 3.
Yeah.
Why only 3 one? So little one, Danny, what about you, Danny? Yup.
Still okay.
Yeah, how many periods you have today?
I see.
I cannot remember one. I must see one.
7.
7 periods. What so jialat one at your school?
Yes.
I mean, you are looking at your computer or headphone for 7 hours. Your period, one period, how long?
40 minutes.
Or 40 minutes, not 1 hour then okay not too bad Okay, come. Tonight lesson we start with chapter 1, but lesson 2 already. Scientific investigation. Okay, I start sharing the paper with you now. There will be a lot to learn tonight, very long the lesson. Okay, now you look at here. You have this paper now. Okay, hopefully, okay, you all can see the screen or not? Can see? Please report if one can see. Okay, can hear me? Then okay, come. Title is scientific investigation. Okay, when you see the word investigation means something to do with experiment, correct? Not? So this lesson is a foundation for you to answer your paper 3. Okay, paper 3 is an examination test, experiment examination. So you are going to learn now how to write experiment report, how to collect data, how to analyze data, how to plot graph, all this kind of thing you are going to learn now. All this, all the things you learn tonight, right, will be directly used in writing experiment report. Okay, for you to answer the experiment examination. Okay, now let's start with the introduction here. Why we need to do experiment? Why need to do experiment? Okay, we need to do experiment is because you know why? To prove when you see something happen surrounding you, I'm sure you'll be very curious. You want to know. Maybe you look into the sky, you see rainbow, right? Then every time after rain, then you see the rainbow. So you must be, you are having a lot of question mark. So to answer your questions, right, you must plan experiment. Okay, then conduct the experiment, collecting the data, plotting the graph, analyze the data. Okay, then to prove what is in your mind is whether wrong or right. Understand? So that is the purpose of doing experiment now. Okay, now we see here. Phenomenon that will ask question as how and why it happened. Then after that, a hypothesis means the question is in your mind. Hypothesis will be put forth, an experiment or scientific investigation will be carried out to prove, okay, to prove or prove the hypothesis. You want to know this is correct or wrong. Okay, so you carry out experiment. Okay, now in your syllabus, this one will be your first experiment. All the school in Malaysia, same, Form 4, everybody have to study this experiment. This experiment same, very basic, very simple, okay? But the most important thing you learn how to write experiment report, how to plot graph, how to analyze data. That is a key point, to carry out the first experiment. Okay, this experiment you see now, this is the retort stand, this is the thread, so you have a pendulum bob here. Pendulum bob means this is the ball. Okay, what to do with this setup? Okay, what you do is like this, When you have a thread hanging this pendulum bob, okay, I have something very common sense want to ask you all. What happens when the thread is long? What happens when the thread is short? When you make this pendulum bob to swing to the left, right, what happens when the thread is long? What happens when the thread is short? So how do you think? Jonathan, when the thread is
Yes.
short, when the thread is short, when the thread is long, what is the difference?
When the thread is long, then the pendulum swing longer. Then when it is short, then it swings fast. I mean, swings in a shorter time.
Yes, very good. Okay, the main Jonathan, you have common sense. Okay, very good. Thank you. Yes,
Sir.
what he says is correct. When a tree is long, right? So it will take longer time to swing. But we don't say swing, we say oscillate, to oscillate. Understand? It will take longer time to oscillate. When the thread is short, it will take shorter time to oscillate. It will oscillate faster. Okay, when it's long, it will oscillate slower, take longer time, right? So that makes the difference already. We already know, Okay, so that one is based on our common sense. We think like that, but in scientific investigation, to prove something, right, you must have data. You must have data data, figure, graph to present to other people, show that, okay, I have done research on this experiment. It's proven that the longer the thread, the longer the time taken to oscillate. That is what you want to prove. That is the purpose of doing the experiment. Okay, now we go through your experiment report. What are you supposed to write first? Okay, first is inference. You need to write inference. Remember, all experiment started with inference. What is inference? Please highlight. Inference is early assessment that carry out to answer the question. Early assessment, the first impression in your mind, like just now Jonathan said, the longer the thread, the longer the time. Okay, this is what Jonathan said. Okay, early assessment. Okay, so now to write inference, the format is like this. Okay, please copy down the answer. For this experiment, so you write periods of oscillation depends on the length of the thread. That is a way to write inference. Periods of oscillation depends on the length of the thread. Okay, so remember the format is depends on. Depends must have an S here. Depends on. Okay. So the keyword to write inference is depends on. Something depends on something else. So in this experiment is the periods of oscillation, the time taken to oscillate, depends on the length of the thread. Depend on the length. Okay. By the way, what is the meaning of periods? Periods of oscillation. Period is what? What is period? By the way, what is period? What is period? Can anyone tell me what is period? What is the meaning of period? Yawen, Lim Yawen, what do you understand about period? Yawen? Period is what? Periods of oscillation. What do you understand about period?
Time.
Huh?
Is it time?
Yes, something to do with time lah. Yes, correct. Okay, but the more accurate answer period is time taken for one complete oscillation. Only one complete oscillation. What is the time taken to make one complete oscillation? That is called period. Okay, remember lah. Periods always refer to one. Okay, right? What is the time for one complete oscillation? So it's called a period lah. Okay, now you look at here lah. I want to ask you lah. How to determine one complete oscillation? Okay, it's like this, you know. You look at here lah. I'm pointing here lah. So let me take out the pen first lah. Sorry. Okay, so it's here. Let's say you start from here lah. You not push lah. You pull the ball over here to the left. Then you let go. Let go means the ball will move to the right. Then go back to the left. Go to the right. Go to the left like this, isn't it? Then how to determine one complete oscillation? One complete oscillation is from where to where? Huh? Isabel, do you know or not? One complete oscillation is how this thing move? Huh?
From left to right and right to left.
Yes, very good. That means if you start from the left, you must go to the right and then come back to the left again. And then it's one complete oscillation. So remember, you must go back to the point where you start just now. When you start from the left, so you go to the right. When you come back to the left again, and then it's considered one complete oscillation. One, so you take the time. So the time taken for one complete oscillation is called period. Okay, Okay, another thing I want to tell you lah. The format of writing the inference here must be RV, here must be MV. What is RV, MV? Anyone knows or not? RV is what? MV is what? Anyone knows? Anyone knows? Alia, do you know or not? What is RV? What is MV? Alia?
Responding variable and manipulator variable.
Yes, very good. RV is responding variable. MV is manipulated variable. Manipulated means the one you control one. Okay, manipulated. You manipulate means you control. Yeah. So that will be inference. Okay. Next is hypothesis. Hypothesis is just like what Jonathan said lah. So you state a statement about the relationship between the manipulated variable and the responding variable. So in the case of this experiment, right, it's like this, the greater the length, the longer the thread, right, the greater the periods of oscillation. Okay, so the format to write hypothesis is like this, the bigger this one, the smaller that, the smaller this one, the bigger that, like that, the format. So here we say the greater the length, right, the greater the periods of oscillation. That is actually the relationship lah. Okay, hypothesis. Remember the format? No. When you write hypothesis, you must write like this format. Okay. All right. So first one inference, second hypothesis. Okay. Next one is variable. Okay. So variable you have altogether three variables. So we go one by one. Manipulated variable, you manipulate. Okay. In this experiment actually the one you manipulate, okay, actually roughly it's like this how you do the experiment so it's like this, First, your first experiment, you take the thread, let's say 40 cm. You only take 40 cm, you like a swing, then you take the time. After that, you make it 50 cm longer already, and then you swing, see what is the time. After that, increase to 60 cm, 70 cm, 80 cm. So meaning that you are controlling the length of the thread, right? So length of the thread is manipulated variable. That's why we say manipulated variable is length. Okay. Yeah. Manipulate means you control one. Okay. Then responding variable means the result you measure. Okay. The result where you measured in the experiment is, like, for example, here is periods of oscillation. You are recording the time taken for one oscillation, right? So the responding variable here is period. Manipulated is length. Responding is a period. Okay? Huh? Okay, huh? Okay, now when we talk about periods, right, I want to ask you lah. When you all are doing this experiment, how you measure the period? If you are given this setting, this experiment, ask you to do. So the first question that we ask you to measure the periods of oscillation when the length 40 cm. When the thread 40 cm, so you measure the periods of oscillation. How you do it? How you do it now? Jia-He, how you do it, Jia-He? If let's say I want here the thread 40 cm, then the question is, what is the periods of oscillation when the thread is 40 cm? So how you do, Jia-He? Jia-He.
Use a stopwatch.
Yes, of course, use your hand, hold a stopwatch, and then how? Correct lah, use your hand holding a stopwatch, then how? Okay.
And then start swinging the pendulum.
Let the pendulum
And
swing, then how you take the time? Are you going to take the time for one oscillation? Just one only. From left, go to right, then come back to left, then you stop. Is it correct like that?
For 10 oscillations, I think, because one oscillation is too short.
Yes, you are very smart, Jia-He. Yes, she's very smart. One oscillation, I tell you, impossible for you to measure the timer because too short, too fast. Too fast, your fingers cannot respond that fast to start and to stop the stopwatch, right? Okay, so actually, we don't measure the time for one oscillation. So like Jia-He say, we measure the time for 10 oscillation. 10. You take the time for it to swing left, right, like that. You count until 10. Take the time for 10 oscillation. So someone have to count long. You see, you count like this. You start from the left, then go to the right, you come back, so you count 1. Again, okay, you count like this. You see, I move, you all follow, Start from here, go to right, come back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now you stop the stopwatch. That is how you take the time for 10 complete oscillation. Okay. Then to find the period means you just need to take the time divided by 10. That's all. Because why need to divide by 10? Because period is the time for one oscillation mark. So you divide by 10. So you can answer. That is the correct way. Understand? Okay. All right. So all this technique you all must learn, Experiment is very important for you all, but very sad you all cannot go to school, so cannot do experiment. So you learn experiment not just by talking only, talking like that. So what to do? You see today's case, it shoot up to 4,000 plus again. I see the MCO, no effect, it's very sad. No effect. So they say the government, I think, give up already, so they don't want to close anymore, open everything. Because close, open, no different. 2 weeks already, close 2 weeks, but you never see the number drop. So no different now. So now the best thing is what? No, everybody, we take care our own. We have to protect ourselves, wear a mask. So wherever you go, wear a mask. Okay. So everybody has to be aware of it. We protect ourselves. Okay. The government cannot help us already, so we have to help ourselves. Jia, understand?
Yes.
Government can't do much already. So now it's up to us already. That's why in Bahasa we say kita jaga kita. Okay. So we take care of our own. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next one is fixed variable. Fixed variable. So remember, variable you have three: manipulated, responding, and fixed variable, or sometimes we say constant variable. Okay, in your opinion, in that particular experiment, what must be fixed? What must be stay constant? Cannot change. Once it changes, it will change the answer. How do you think? What must be the constant variable? Alia, how do you think? What must be the constant variable, Alia?
The pendulum.
The pendulum.
Mm.
You mean the pendulum, the size must be constant. Okay,
Yes.
that one is your opinion. I see somebody give answer here. I see. Mass of pendulum. Bernard say the mass. Okay. Any other answer?
Angle.
Bernard say mass. Then this Alia say the pendulum bob, the ball. The size of the ball must be the same.
Angle.
What about others? Any other suggestion or answer?
Angle.
Yes. What is that?
Angle.
Anchor. Yes. This who mentioned it just now? Anchor. Who mentioned it? Because I can't see. You on your mic, you close your mic too fast. I cannot see who. Okay, angle or oscillation, correct. Okay, actually, you see what is the answer? The fixed variable, constant variable CV, it should be the gravitational acceleration G, the gravity. Gravity will affect the result, Okay, how to fix the gravity means you carry out the experiment at the same spot, same position. Same position, same spot means the gravity same never change. The gravity will affect the result, okay? So we have to fix the gravity. To fix the gravity, you do the experiment at the same position. Another one is like what just now someone say, the angle of oscillation. How big is this angle every time you release a ball, isn't it? But we don't say angle, we say amplitude of oscillation. Amplitude. Okay, you see, amplitude refer to this distance, amplitude. You learn some new words, amplitude of oscillation is here. This distance every time must be the same. The distance where you release the ball must be the same distance. Okay, amplitude. Okay, but you look at here, the mass of the pendulum is not inside. You realize or not? Not there, no. Meaning that the mass actually has no effect. The mass does not affect the periods of oscillation. Actually, there are many books also say mass affecting. Actually, is wrong, Okay, because is all the scientific investigation report when you study higher level, or even though you can go to YouTube, you see the video, right? The video presented by a very famous professor from MIT. MIT means the world's most famous university. We call it Massachusetts Institute of Technology in United States. One of the professors did the experiment, swing himself, Then to prove that the periods of oscillation is obeying this formula only. Mass is not inside. The period of oscillation equal to 2 pi square root L. L is length of the thread divided by gravity. So by looking at this formula now, it's proven that periods of oscillation is rely or depends on the length. Of course, like you also know already, the length short, long, got different one, right? And also the G, the gravity. Okay, so only these two. So the scientists already proven, he say now the period of oscillation of pendulum now only affected by the length of the thread and the gravity. Whereas the mass of the pendulum bob is not affecting anything. That's why you see the formula, there's no mass here. No. Pi, no effect because pi is a constant. Constant will not affect anything now because fixed one, right? So remember now. So inside the formula, actually only the length and gravity. So to be obvious means that the gravity must be fixed lah. Okay, gravitational acceleration. Okay, math no I know some books give say math one actually wrong okay, you better believe what I said you can go to the YouTube, you search for pendulum experiment, then you see choose the experiment done by this professor from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. That old professor he did the experiment himself in front of the audience, a lot of audience so he showed the proof that this formula is correct. No mess, okay? All right, so finish, whatever finish. Now, next one is aim. Of course, when you do anything, you do experiment, you must have the aim, right? So the aim, okay, how to write? This one only I just see, the keyword to write aim is to investigate the relationship between what and what is all. To investigate the relationship between the length of the thread and the periods of oscillation. Okay? So this is a standard way to write aim, aim, okay? All right, this one okay lah, Next one, apparatus. Apparatus is nothing much lah. You just list out everything you need to use in the experiment. Can someone tell me what are the apparatus, what are the list of apparatus you need there? Okay, when I call your name, you give me one, Chan Yin Sin, you are here already. Just I call your name, you will know. Chan Yin Sin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you give me one apparatus needed in this experiment?
Retort stand.
Retort stand, one. Okay, good. Next. Next one is Jiu Mei Chin. Can you tell me one? Jiu?
Thread.
Thread. Yes, correct. Thank you. Next. Go 可以. One more. go 可以
Pendulum.
Pendulum. Yes.
Pendulum.
Pendulum bob lah. Pendulum. Yes, correct. Next. Jonathan Lam. Can you name one more?
Thread.
Thread, someone mentioned already. Retort stand.
Stopwatch.
Yes, a stopwatch. Very good. Okay, stopwatch. Okay, next one, Huiling. One more, Huiling. Huiling, Yong Huiling.
Yes.
Yes, Young Huiling, can you tell me one more apparatus needed in this experiment? Huiling? Someone cannot tahan already. Someone give the answer there. Meteru, Yao Wen, very good. Meteru, you need a meteru to measure the length, length of the thread. You need a ruler to measure, correct not? Meteru lah. Any more lah? I think someone still can give answer, no? G clamp, but not why you need the clamp, but not the clamp is for what, where you need to put the clamp? You don't need a clamp here, Okay lah, come, let's see the answer. These are the apparatus needed. Okay, pendulum bob, the thread, meteru, stopwatch, retort stand. Okay. Bernard said, clamp the retort stand. Oh, yeah, lah. I know, lah. He said this one, to clamp the retort stand. You need the clamp here. Okay. Okay, lah. Bernard, correct, lah. Can be accepted, lah. Clamp, to clamp the retort stand. Pendulum bob, thread, meter rule, stopwatch, retort stand. Okay, so that one is apparatus. Okay, after apparatus will be the most important parts of your report, the procedure. Okay, procedure in your exam, procedure given you 3 marks. That means you need to write 3 important steps. Okay, the first step is state the methods of controlling the manipulated variable. You must describe, explain how you control the length of the thread, because your manipulated is the length of the thread. So how you control it. So basically it's like this for this experiment. So you say a thread of 40 cm. Okay, we say we started with 40 cm now. A thread with the length of 40 cm is tied to the pendulum bob. This is how you describe, how you control the manipulated variable. So you start with 40 cm. Okay. The second point is the method of measuring the responding variable. This one important. You must describe, how you measure the responding variable. Here is a period oscillation now. So you must explain how you measure the period, right? So roughly, agak is like this. You say, the time taken for 10 complete oscillation is taken by using a stopwatch. Like just now someone said, right? The time for 10. So we say time taken for 10 complete oscillation is measured using a retort stand. Not done yet. Then you must say periods is calculated using time recorded divided by 10. That is final. So I say the whole thing again. So you must say time taken for 10 complete oscillation is measured using a stopwatch, and you must say periods is calculated by using the recorded time divided by 10. Okay, that is how you say. Understand? Jonathan, do you understand? Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
Right.
will be the second mark. Okay, the third is repeat the experiment at least 4 times. You see, repeat. The third point comes from repetition. How you repeat the experiment. Okay. When talk about the repetition of experiment, there's something I need to tell you. Listen here, come. Look at this experiment. Actually, there are 2 levels of repetition. First one is, as I said just now, we started with 40 cm thread, isn't it? So 40 cm thread, you cannot just do 1 time. You let the pendulum swing 1 note until 10. You take the time. That's all. No, it's wrong. You must do 1 more time. I mean, for 40 cm, you must do 2 times. First time, you count 1, 2 until 10. Take the time. Okay, then you repeat again 40 cm. Count again the 10 oscillation, record the time. Like that one, So for each length, you also need to do 2 times already. After that, you calculate the average. You divide by 2. Add up, divide by 2. Why need to do like that? Why every length of this thread, 40 cm, for example, why we need to do 2 times? Why? Why so stupid we need to do like that? Why? Anyone can tell me why then? Why need to do like that?
To get a more accurate result.
Yes, very good. Actually, the more time you repeat, you will get more accurate answer. That's why we need to do that. Okay? That was the repetition for same length only, Then after that, actually the parts of here, repetition is referring to your statement should be like this, You say the experiment is repeated by increasing the length of thread to 50 cm, 60 cm, 70 cm, and 80 cm. You must write like that. At least 4 times, no? Just now we say 40 cm, right? After that, you must add another 4, you know. You say experiment repeated by increasing the length of the thread to 50, 60, 70, 80, like that. That is called repetition, okay? You must write. So the whole thing, procedure, give you 3 marks, okay? Understand? Anything to ask here or not? You all, anything to ask here? Yao Wen, anything to ask? Lim Yao Wen? Yao Wen? No, no one said no. Okay, this Delny Yap, anything to ask? Delny? No, no
No.
answer, no question. Okay, never mind. Okay, next I see Lai Wei Ho. Or you put Chinese name, luckily I know how to read. Lai Wei Ho, is correct? Lai Wei Ho, anything to ask? Lai? No, too shy, very well. What about you, Jillian? Jillian, anything?
No.
No, Alia? Alia,
No.
how?
No.
No, nothing.
No. Yes.
Okay, it's okay lah. Then we move on. Okay, after procedure, someone type here, don't know what. Okay, next one is tabulations of data. Okay, collect data into a table. You need to put a lot of things inside the table now. Okay, table, the format is on the left must be MV, manipulated. On the right must be the RV, responding variable. You write valid, cannot wrong one. So here must be the length. You must write the length, the symbol L, and slash the unit. Same thing here, period, symbol T, and the unit is second. And then you write here, 40 cm, 50 cm, 60 cm, 70, 80, like that. This one you can write because this one you control, you manipulated one. You manipulate means you already know one. You only waiting to carry out the experiment to get this answer. To get the period, and then you jot down here what answer, what answer, what answer. You fill up all the answer. Understand? The table give you a lot of marks one, so all this reading must be correct in your experiment examination. This one title must be correct. Okay, so this is called tabulation of data. Okay. After you have the table filled up with all the data already, so next one will be graph, plotting graph. Okay, plotting graph. Why we need to plot graph? Because you must see the graph, the pattern of the graph, then only you know the relationship, you know the result. Okay. Now analyzing data. Okay, use graph You see how the graph. Okay, can you copy the graph? Okay, copy first. Copy down, explain later. Okay, you copy now. Okay, finish. Okay, all right, come. The method of plotting graph, right? It must be responding variable against the manipulated variable, meaning that all the graph on the y-axis here must be responding variable. RV here is period responding variable, and on the x-axis it must be the manipulated variable. You terbalik, then wrong. Understand? So it must be responding variable against the manipulated variable. Okay. If if you plot t, the period, against the length, you will get a curve like this. Okay. But when you plot the graph, you have to write the symbol, write the unit symbol, unit here, MV, RV. Okay. So you get a curve. So remember, when maybe next time when you do this experiment, maybe in your exam or what, you must expecting the graph curve when you are plotting T against L. It's a curve. Unless the question asks you to plot another graph, T square against L. T square means that you square the period, use a calculator, square it. Then the second also becomes square. And then here same length. Then you become a straight line. So remember that all? When they are plotting T against L, is a curve. When you're plotting T square against L, becomes straight line. Okay? That is a purpose of asking you to square the T before you plot the graph. The reason is they want you to plot a straight line graph. Okay? Straight line. So how to get T square there? So it's like that, you add one column here, like this, You add another column here, okay? For example, here is 5, right? 5. Then T square, you square it. So 5 square become 25. Here is 25. Okay? And here is 8. And then you square it, so it becomes 64. Like that. Just use a calculator, okay? That is called T square. You square everything, okay? And then use this number here, the T square, against the length. And then you get a straight line. Okay? Understand? Different graphs, remember that? Okay, so one done already. Next one is how to tabulate the data. Now we see. Okay, don't follow this table. No, horizontal one not good. Don't take. Your table strictly must be vertical. Okay, vertical table. Vertical . So the names and the symbols of the manipulated variable and the responding variable must be written. You see, you must have name, must have the symbol, must have the unit. So must have the name pressure, must have the symbol P, must have the Pascal as unit. Everything must have, In the exam, this one giving marks one. If you don't write, then minus your mark. Understand? Yeah. So this is how you tabulate data. Okay, the next one is, you tell me what is the meaning. What is the meaning of this one? Can you tell me? Before maybe I don't need to explain, you tell me what is the meaning of this. Can you read? Read this paragraph, then tell me what is the meaning. Okay, read, everyone. Okay, what is the meaning? Isabel. Isabel? Where are you, Isabel?
Yes, sir.
Isabella,
Yes.
after you read this paragraph, what is the meaning? Can you tell me or not?
The number of the decimal places for your the decimal places you record must be the same.
Yes, correct. Consistent mean must be the same . Okay, example here you see The one decimal, all must be one decimal. Even though 75.0, you must also write 0.0. So that all must have one decimal. If you are right using two decimal places, all must be two. That's called consistent. Understand? Remember, that's very important. Please follow. Okay. All right. Next one. Okay. I'll read. You tell me what is that. If the data too small or too big, then use standard form. I'm sure you learn in Max already standard form. Correct not? Jillian, correct not? You learn standard form in Max. Learn already?
Yes.
Learn already, right? When the number is too small or too big, right? You don't write the whole thing inside the table. There's not enough space for you to squeeze in. So what you do is like that. Use standard form lah. No, you see. 9.7 you put here. Then times 10 power 4 you put outside. 8.5 you put in. Times 10 power 4 put outside. This is method for writing very small and very big number. Okay, like that. Okay, I think they want okay lah. Now, very important part, how to plot the graph. How to plot the graph. Okay, first, title of the graph must be shown. You must have the title. You see? This I'm wrong because no title. This I'm wrong. How to write the title? You must always write graph. You must start with the y-axis against the x-axis one, graph t squared against m. You cannot write graph m against t squared, so it's wrong. Always start with the y-axis. Graph t squared against m. Okay, like that title. And the next one, the axis of the graph must be labeled with the unit. You see here? You must put here t squared, then the unit second square. Here put mass m unit kilogram. Remember this one is a common mistake by candidate in the SBN. They don't write this one. Sometimes they just plot the graph, everything correct, but here never write anything. Here never write. Very stupid. Then kena minus mark like that. Must write. Remember all these things right here. Okay, next. The skill chosen must be easy to use. For example, choose 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 5, 1 to 10, or 1 to 100. What is the meaning of 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 5, 1 to 10? What is the meaning of that? Okay, 1 to 1 or 1 to 2 means on the graph paper, 1 cm represent 2. This one is 1 cm represent 5. If your 1 cm represent 2, means your graph will be like this, 2, 4, 6, 8, like that on. If 1 to 5 means your graph, the scale will be 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. All these are the good skill. When you're using this sort of skill, right, later on, when you want to find the answer from the graph, easy to read, easy to identify the value. And don't use this stupid skill, understand? Don't ever use. 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 6, 1 to 7. If you are using this one, means you are very stupid. You trap yourself later on. For example, you put 1 to 3, means I start with 0, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, like that. Then later on, you want to read the number on the graph. Very hard to read one, because one box is 3. Okay, how you read? Inside one box, they got 6, got 10 division, then how? Very hard. So don't choose this kind of skill. Okay, you do need this one. Okay, understand so far? Alia, do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, okay, next, this one. Make sure the area covered by the plotted point must not be less than 50% of the graph paper. You see, this graph is big enough. It almost cover the whole page of the graph paper. This is perfect, very good. Whereas this stupid graph, so small only, so small. Whereas the whole piece of graph paper is like this. This one is smaller than half of the page. So this is wrong. Okay, wrong. So remember, the size of your graph of your end product is very important. After you finish everything, you plot the graph, then you realize the graph too small. Cannot, you have to change the scale to make your graph bigger. So remember that is very important, no? Because when a graph too small, smaller than half of the page, the examiner will not mark one, just cross on it. Okay? Graph must be big enough, okay? Then next one, this is what? Okay, read 1 minute to read, and then another minute answer my question. You read here, what is the meaning? Okay, read Okay, done now. What is the meanings of when you read this paragraph? We say skill on the axis must be uniform and clearly marked with the value. What is the meaning of that? Why this is correct? Why this is wrong? Why? Now I want to call someone I never called before. I think God. There are four students from this group. They want to change to Tuesday already because they say they got clash. So they cannot come on Thursday, so they change to Tuesday. Okay, Alia. Okay, now Alia, can you come
yes,
out, please? Alia, why this is wrong? Can you tell me why this is wrong? Why
Yes,
this graph?
Mm.
Why?
because the first is 10, then suddenly become 15. It should be 10, then 20, not 15.
Yes, very good. That means this is not uniform. First one is 10, then after that become 5 only. This is wrong already. So remember, never make this kind of stupid mistake. Here also the same. Here, first is 4, 0, 4, there is 4. Then suddenly 4 to 6 become 2 only. Not uniform. So all these kind of things cannot be accepted one. All right, another things I want to remind you all. I know in your mathematics, you all do like that. So for example, like the other day in the Tuesday group, student asked, sir, can I start here 5, 10, 15, then it's correct. Or he say, can I start with 5? Okay, the answer is no. Okay, listen, in physics, right, plotting graph, you must start from 0. In physics, it's like that one, start from 0. Because by the end of the day, after you plotted the graph, right, the next question will be state the relationship of the graph. So to know the relationship, right, you must start from 0. If you put 5 here to start in your mathematics, is correct, 5, 10, 15. Then you don't know whether the line cut through the origin or not. So you don't know the result, don't know the relationship. That's why they make it in the marking scheme of physics compulsory. The graph must start from 0. Okay. Unlike in your mathematics, you can skip, but in physics cannot. Okay, remember, no? Okay, next. Next one is what? All the points are marked with a symbol such as cross or circle. Okay, so you either mark like this or your graph or you mark. Okay, I encourage you to mark like that. Okay, mark with a cross. Okay, mark like that. Don't use this one like this one circle not good this one like primary school one. Okay, the best is still mark with the cross X, mark all the point. Okay, that is the meaning. The next, the best straight line or the best curve must be drawn. The best straight lines or the best curve is the line that passes through most of the points plotted such that is balanced by above and below Okay, come. In fact, when you do experiment, collect the data in the table, then you go to plot the graph. Okay, in most of the time, when you want to draw the line, you will find it hard to draw a line where you can pass through all the points. I think it's impossible one. Impossible you will get that nice, that kind of graph, where you can draw a line where the line pass through all the point one. No. So what we can do actually we draw the best line or best fit. Okay, now you see what is the meaning of line or best fit. You see here. Balanced number of points above and below the line. Okay, you see this is correct. This graph is wrong. Why? You see the difference. This is a best straight line where 2 points above the line, then you have 2 points below the line, which is balanced. This is the best graph. It's hard for you to pass through all the points when I tell you most of the time. So you always find the balance. This one balanced, that's why we say correct. This one wrong because they are not balanced. You see, bottom here got 1, 2, 3, but on top here don't have. That's why it's wrong. So remember always you need to put your ruler here, put the ruler to adjust to find the balance. Understand? Before you draw the line. Okay. Same thing goes to the curve Curve also like that. You see, you draw a curve, also must make sure it's balanced. Okay. And these are not balanced. This are wrong. Understand? There's so many things to remember. You all must remember all these things when you, because you only learn this one time only, lesson 2. That's all. Then you are going to use it throughout your Form 4 and your Form 5 until your SPM examination, experiment practical examination. Because after this, in Form 4, other topic, or in Form 5, they will never teach you experiment anymore, Never teach you how to write experiment report, never teach you how to plot a graph, how to analyze graph, no more. So you learn now. Okay, The next. What is this? Why this one wrong? Why this one is wrong? Why this is correct? Why this is correct? Why? Why Downey, yep. Can you tell me why this is wrong? Why?
Because cannot draw zigzag.
Cannot draw zigzag. You can enjoy. These are like small kid. Primary 2, primary 4 kid cannot. When you come to secondary school Form 4 and 5, no more playing like this zigzag one cannot. Tell you. So we always draw the best line. We don't say perfect, it's best where you can find the balance. Above the line, below the line, same balance. That is called best already, okay? And this one also same lah. This one balance. What about this one? This one, why is wrong? In fact, the line pass through all the point. When one, why is wrong? Why this is wrong? Go可以. Why this is wrong? Go可以. 可以啊.
Yes,
Why this one is wrong?
because not smooth.
Not smooth. Yes, very good answer. Why not smooth?
It join point to point.
You are very smart, no? 可以. Yes, correct. Your eyes very sharp. This one now, one time you look at it, you know already. This one is join up one, join. So it's wrong. Cannot. So make sure when you draw straight line or you draw curve, make sure it's smooth. Must be very smooth one. Okay, remember that, Okay. Okay, now we take a break, I know you are very tired, everyone. Teacher, why are all the cross joined together? Which one you are asking about? Which one? Line? You are referring to which one line? This one? Why are all the cross not joined together? Okay. As I said just now, when you join all the cross together, you will not get a straight line, or you will not get a smooth curve. That's why what you draw is you only can draw the best line. Best line means you draw a very nice looking line, but it doesn't pass through all the point. But doesn't matter, as long as you have equal number on top and bottom of the line, that is fine already. Understand? For example, here, you don't need to pass through all one, but you must make sure that a point above the line and below the line must be balanced. That is enough already. Line, understand? Line, understand already? No need pass through all the point one. We draw the best line, that's all. Okay, understand now? Line, I think you never listen just now, no? You listen or not just now? Okay, now, can I ask everyone to, your internet no good, okay, understand, line? Can you on your camera a while? Okay, now when I call your name, you need you on, Yap, can you on your camera? Cannot. Cannot, why cannot? Why cannot on camera one?
My camera is already rusak.
Spoil one, Yeah, using handphone or using laptop?
Laptop.
Or laptop. The camera cannot on one, okay, never mind. Chan Yin Sin? Chan?
I so
Yes, I see you. Nice, Your camera very clear. You are using laptop, right?
iPad.
iPad also very good. The camera very good. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now it's your turn. Tan Jiahe. Okay. You look like you doesn't look like your sister, a little bit different from your sister. Jiahe. Okay. Your sister at home or not?
Yes.
She's at home. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't need to call her. Okay, next. Yawan. Yawan. Lim Yawan. Oh, handsome boy Lim Yawan. Okay, good. Thank you. Chiu Mei Chin. Chiu Mei Chin can on camera a while. Okay. You look like your brother lah. Look like your brother. Okay. Okay, thank you. Hui Ling, Yong Hui Ling. Yong Hui Ling can on camera. Why not, Yong Hui Ling? Yong Hui Ling disappeared. Can on camera a while, just for a few seconds. Can or not? Okay. On already. Cannot.
On already.
On already, but I never see. Cannot see. Why? Now only can see. Oh, now I see your face already. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hui Ling. Okay. Next one is Bernard. Okay. Bernard How, Mr. Bernard. Bernard. Or no camera, PC no camera. Okay Bernard. Yeah, using desktop. Using desktop or laptop? Yeah, desktop. I know. No camera. Okay. Jillian. What about you, Jillian? Okay. Nice to meet you, Jillian. Okay. Your room got a lot of things behind you. Okay. Thank you, Jillian. Okay. Now, Jonathan. Jonathan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this handsome boy is here. SF5, yeah, from
Thank
SF5,
you.
isn't it? PBS.
Yeah.
PBS, Okay, thank you, Jonathan. Okay, 17. Okay. Nice to meet you. Okay, 17. Okay, thank you. And Alia. Alia, can you on camera? Okay, nice to meet you, Alia. Okay, thank you. Isabel, now it's your turn already. Isabel. Okay, nice to meet you. Isabel, while your hair very long.
Hi, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you. 可以 可以 Now I see you. 可以 from ITC. I think she can't hear me now. Okay, thank you. You are. And Chan Yin Sin. Did I call you just now? Chan Yin Sin, can on or not?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chan. Okay, come. Next, move on now. I think everyone called already, right? Okay, come. Except the few changed to Tuesday already. Okay, now how to analyze data? This part is the most important one, class. How to analyze means how to give conclusion. Okay, you see, when you have a graph like this, straight line go up and then it passes through the origin. This kind of graph, you have to give this answer. Y is directly proportional to X. Directly proportional. You must start with the Y now. Y is directly proportional. When you see a line going up, getting bigger one, go up, and then pass through the 0, 0 origin. So the only answer you can give is Y is directly proportional to X. What is the meaning of directly proportional? Okay, the meaning is when the x getting bigger, the y also follow become bigger. It's directly lah. X getting big, the y also getting bigger. So it's directly proportional. Understand? So remember the statement now. Y is directly proportional when the straight line go up, but it must pass through the origin. Very important. The symbol for directly proportional is this symbol, y proportional to x. So this symbol is you write like that. Okay, y directly or y proportional to x. Okay, the rest you can skip first. Okay, the second one is a straight line going up, also increasing, but it doesn't pass through origin. You see, never pass through origin. When it go up, but it does not pass through origin, right? Then you say y increases linearly with x. Okay, very important now. Increases linearly. Linearly means a straight line. Okay, you see a straight line increasing, right? So you say increases linearly. Okay, it doesn't pass through origin. Okay, that's why just now when plotting the graph, I told you just now must start from 0, correct not? This is the reason, you know. If you don't start from 0, you are not sure the graph, which one. I tell you, this one or this one. You give this answer, you give this answer. You don't know because you are not starting from 0, so you don't know where is the origin. You don't know where is the origin, you know. Okay. So to identify whether it's directly proportional or not, must pass through origin. That's why in physics, it's strictly all the graphs start from 0. Because you have to identify the point, is it origin? Because when this is origin, then you give this answer directly proportional. When it's not pass through origin, and then it increases linearly. Understand? There will be at least one question asking about this one relationship. Okay, next. Next one is going down. Going down means decreasing. So y decreases linearly. It's a straight line go down. So I told you just now, straight line, so it's linearly. Decreases linearly with x. Always start with the y. Y decreases linearly with x. And one more thing you learn, the line cut through the y-axis, the point we say C, y-intercept. You say y-intercept. Intercept means that the line cut through the y-axis, y-intercept. Like just down here also got y-intercept, C. No, C, y-intercept. Okay. Next, this one. Next one is a curve going down. You see, a curve going down. When this is a curve going down, definitely we cannot say linear already. You say inversely proportional. Y inversely proportional to x. Okay. Actually, inversely proportional is the opposite of directly proportional. If directly proportional go up, pass through origin. The other way around, opposite is called inversely proportional. Okay, what is the meaning of inversely proportional? Meaning it's like this, when the x getting bigger, but the y becomes smaller. You see, it going down means the y becomes smaller in the curve. X getting bigger, y going down becomes smaller in a curve, then is inversely proportional. Inversely proportional. When this is going down in a straight line, you say decreases linearly. Okay. Inversely proportional. Okay. And one more thing you need to learn. From inversely proportional, this is x, but when I change to 1 over x, okay, 1 divided by the number here, 1 over x. So from inversely now become directly. So remember, no? Actually, this graph can change to this graph when you change this one to 1 over x. So it become like that. In fact, the two graphs actually are the same, inversely proportional. This one also you can say inversely proportional one, because when you see like that, y proportional to 1 over x, this is considered inversely proportional. One up here, one down here is inversely proportional. Okay? Yeah. All right. Next, determine the gradient. This one is very important. What is the meaning of gradient? Gradient is what, Okay, gradient is the steepness of the graph. Steep, S-T-E-E-P. Okay, double E-P. In Bahasa we say jerun. In Chinese we say 斜度。它的斜度是多少？那个山坡的斜度是多少？那个 graph 的斜度 gradient keturunan. Alia, do you understand or not, Alia?
Yes.
You can you speak Mandarin? Cannot,
Can.
you can speak Mandarin one,
My father is Chinese.
Then you learn Chinese or not?
Yes.
You got learn, you're from Chinese primary school one, Oh, no wonder lah. 斜度 okay? Steepness, okay? All right. To find the gradient, before this, gradient actually got two, When you're going uphill, going up is positive gradient, positive. This one going downhill, negative gradient. So gradient got positive, negative. When you go up, positive gradient. When you are going down, negative gradient. So remember, don't make mistake, you go up, positive gradient. When you go down, then negative gradient. The gradient got positive, negative one. And how to find gradient? Of course, by calculation. Okay, let's say now you see this graph. This point is, maybe you all cannot see, I make it bigger. Bigger also cannot. The best you look at your paper. The coordinate here, this one is x2, y2. Okay, x2, y2. Here is x1, y1. x1, y1. This point, okay, meaning that x2 is here, y2 is here. Correct not? Whereas x1 is here, y1 is here. Okay, to find gradient, use this formula. This one you learn in your maths, also in modern maths also got find gradient. You take y2 minus y1. Okay, y2 is here, y1 is here. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Okay, so here you put x2, y2, this coordinate. This coordinate you put x1, y1. Okay, then the formula gradient is you must take the y first. y2 minus y1, this number minus this number divided by x2 minus x1, the formula. Okay. Or you do want to use formula, right? You draw a triangle. In physics, they want you to show this triangle one, find gradient. Okay. Then you find this value. What is the length here? To find this length, you take y2 minus y1. You get here, isn't it? Then here is you take x2 minus x1. So you get here. So after you get the length here, you get the length here, you divide. So actually it's y2, y1 divided by x2, x1. Or you take the length here, divide by the length here. Must be y divided by x to find the gradient. Okay? Yeah. And maybe some of you will ask, why I have to put here x1, y1, here x2, y2? Can I reverse it? Can I reverse or not? I put here x1, y1, here x2, y2. Can or not? Can or not? Can I reverse here become x1, y1? Here x2, y2. Can I reverse? Can in Can I reverse it? ที่เต้าฝันมา
Can.
Can. Yes, right. It's up to you one. You put here x1, y1, x2, y2, or you balik also can one. Understand? Okay, huh? So remember that to find gradient, you take y minus y divided by x minus x. Okay, huh? So got positive, got negative, huh? Now, example. Here I go very slow lah. Don't copy first. Let me explain. After that, I let you copy. Okay, huh? Okay, you look at this graph. The point here is 1, 4. Here is 5, 16. The coordinate given. Okay, the mean there here is 5. Here is 16. Yeah? And here is 1. X is 1. Y is 4. So the gradient is 12 minus 4. Where do I get the 12 here? Where do I get the 4? Where I get the 12? Okay, I get 12 here is 16 minus 4. No, here 16 minus 4. So it's 12. The length here is 12. Then here, 5 minus 1. So it's 4. So the moment you know here is 12, here is 4, so you just divide. Y divided by x, 12 divided by 4. So you get 3. So the gradient is 3. Understand? It's the same one. You take 16 minus 4, y minus y, divided by x minus x. Also, you get same 12, 4, then 3. Okay? So gradient is positive 3. Huh? And the y-intercept C is 1. No, you see, because the line cut through here, number 1. So the y-intercept C here is 1. Okay? Now you see, after you know the M, you know the y-intercept C, then you must know how to give answer for equation of the straight line, the name of the straight line. And then to give the equations of the straight line, right, use this formula, straight line formula, y equal to mx plus c. M is a gradient, c is a y-intercept. So y, m is 3, x plus c is 1. So it becomes y equal to 3x plus 1. So y equal to 3x plus 1 is the equation for this line, the name for this line. Okay? Okay, copy now. Copy and understand it, everyone, please. Yeah, finish. All right, next, I give you a question I want you to do now. Okay, now you look at this. The question is here. I want you to follow the previous example, find the gradient, find the y-intercept, find the equation. Okay, do it now. I give you a few minutes to do. Graph is here. Okay, copy down the graph and then do the same thing. Find gradient, find y-intercept, find equation. Okay, okay, do now. Okay, anyone got the answer? Maybe you can share your answer. Okay, you can type. Anyone got the answer? Got or not? Anyone got the answer already? Okay. What is okay? Someone give the answer already. Now I check the answer. Bernard. Bernard, you give the answer already. Yes, Bernard, correct. And Go Ke so many of you. Yes. All correct. No. 17 a little bit mistake. The gradient, be careful, the gradient. 17. Chan Yin Sin haven't finished. You only give the gradient, the equation. Ke correct already. Ke answer correct. Downey also correct. Very good. Alia say gradient 92. Yes, correct. Jia He got one small mistake. The gradient not correct. Jia He, the gradient, check your gradient. Yeah, so many of you give the answer. I want to say something. Very okay. All of you give the answer only 95% correct. Only 95%. There's one mistake. Everybody make mistake. Everyone. 95% correct. Only 5%. Everybody also here make mistake. I don't want to tell first. Can you check over your answer? Everybody, all of you. Nobody got 100% correct. Still not correct, Isabel. Still not totally wrong lah. Still not 100% correct. Jia He, still not 100%. No, so far I see all the answer there. Nobody get 100% correct. Still not correct. Okay, I want you to look at the y-axis and the x-axis. What is the name there? You see the graph? Is it x and y in the graph? Now Bernard changed already. Bernard, you change half only. The other half you never change. Bernard. Jiahe. Now Jiahe correct. But Jiahe, your gradient not correct. Your gradient correct, but your equation there wrong already. The gradient. Now I saw one fellow give perfect answer. Bernard How. Bernard How everything correct. Bernard, can you show your answer for everyone? Don't private lah. Send for everyone. Bernard. Alia also correct. Alia correct already. Perfect. Very good. Alia, share your answer for everyone. Alia. I see like Bernard show everyone already. Yes. Now I think got two of you correct already. Bernard How and Alia. Okay. You see the answer there. Alia lah. For everyone. Yes, correct. The answer is like that. Now, at least someone got it right already. Alia, Bernard. What about others? Others I see. Jiahe, Jiahe now realize it. Jiahe, now your answer correct. Okay, Huiling never change. Y, still Y and X is not 95% only. Okay, and now you see the answer. It must be P and Q, not Y and X. Gradient is 4 divided by 2. So, but negative, you must put negative because going down. Delny now. Delny is correct already, your answer. Okay. Going downhill, you put negative, negative 4 divided by 2. Gradient negative. Or you take this formula, y2 minus y1, 5 minus 1 divided by 0 minus 2. Also, you get negative 2. Y-intercept is here. The line cut the y-axis at number 5. Then formula, y mx plus the y must replace with the p. You see here is p. X must replace with the q. Here is q. Gradient is negative 2. Y-intercept c is 5. And this is a final answer. Okay? Yeah? Understand everyone? I'm sure you learned something from your mistake. Now, after finally you got it right. Okay? You learned something lah. Okay? Copy down all the answer already. Okay? Any question to ask here? Isabel, anything to ask or not?
No, sir.
No. Do you understand, Isabel?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, okay, come, we move to the next one. Next one is extrapolation or extrapolating the graph. Okay, come, you look at this diagram. What is the meaning of extrapolating the graph? Okay, when you do experiment, you collect data, you plot graph. Sometimes your graph only here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. 5 points is enough for you to plot a graph. So your graph is very short here. Okay. Now, but to answer certain questions, sometimes you may need to extend your graph on top, extend your graph to the bottom. By extending the graph like this, this is a straight line, so easily you can extend here. The extending of the graph, you extend the graph like you call extrapolation. extrapolating the graph. Extra means you extend the graph. Now you know what is extrapolating graph? Okay. Can we do extrapolations on the curve? Curve can or not? This is straight line, okay lah, you can extrapolate. When it come to curve, can we do that? Jonathan, how do you think? When this is the curve, can you extrapolate?
No idea.
No, no idea. Like Isabel, how do you think? Curve can extrapolate or not?
No.
No. Bernard, what do you say? Bernard, Isabel say curve cannot extrapolate. What about you, Bernard?
Cannot.
Cannot. Also cannot.
Yes, but not accurate.
Huh? Isabel,
Otherwise, no.
okay, come lah.
Yes, but not accurate.
Isabel, you are talking to who? You are talking to me or talking to your friend?
Talking to teacher.
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, the answer is yes. Can. Okay, let's say this is a curve, I see. You have a graph like that. It's smooth, meaning that you can still extend as usual, extend like that. No problem, one. You can extend. So meaning that even though a curved graph also can still extrapolate. Okay, Okay, now you all understand already. And now I want to ask another question. What is the purpose extending the graph for what? For fun? You got nothing to do. Why go extend the graph for what? Now you must know the purpose, why need to do extrapolation. Okay, the purpose is what, you extend the graph to find certain value beyond your graph one. Sometimes the question they ask, the answer is outside the graph. So you need to extend in order to find the answer. So the purpose of extrapolating graph is what? To find certain answer which is outside your graph, which is beyond your graph. That is the reason. Understand? Alia, understand or not?
Yes.
Yeah, Alia. Okay, Alia, can you tell me why? Why need to do extrapolation for what?
And to know the value outside from the graph.
Outside from the graph you plotted, correct? Okay, now example. And this example, come, don't copy first. Let me explain first. Okay, you are having a graph here. Original graph is here, red color one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Okay, this is pressure. This is time. 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. This is 500 Pascal. PA is unit for pressure. 1,000. Okay, now the question, you have two questions to answer. First is find the initial pressure. Initial means the starting pressure. You see, to find initial pressure means the time must be 0. Initially means starting, time 0. Time 0 is here, Time 20, 15, 10, 5, 0 is here. You want to find the pressure means you need to extend the line, then only you can get. If you don't extend, you never find this answer. That is the purpose by extending the line, because you want to find the initial pressure. Initial means the time 0, starting. When time is 0, pressure is 1,000. That's why you get this answer. Is beyond, is outside your graph one, outside your plotted graph, red color one. Okay. The second question is it asks you to find what is the pressure after 20 minutes. Pressure here, But 20 minutes you don't know. You need to extend. Extend, then only you see the pressure is 0. Okay. That is the purpose of extrapolating. Because certain value you have to extend. You don't extend, you cannot find one. Okay, copy now. Copy the example, please. I know someone just snap a picture. No lah, please lah. Write it down on the paper, huh? Okay. I know you're very smart one. Use your handphone and take a picture. That's all. Copy lah. Copy it down. Okay. Okay, finish. He finish or not? Jahe finish.
Yes.
Dana. Yinsin finish or not?
Yes.
Okay, lah, finish. I think you all finished already. Yeah. All right, come next. Precaution. Last part, precaution. In your experiment report, right? Last part will be the precaution. Precaution, you mean you write something now. Something where you need to be careful, okay, to improve your answer. Okay. So precaution usually we say this one now. Avoid parallax error by position the eyes perpendicularly to the measuring scale of stopwatch and meter rule. What is the meaning of parallax error lah? Class, you all know or not? In lower form, you all learn or not? Parallax error is what? Isabel, do you know what is parallax error?
Means the eyes is not parallel to the reading.
Yes, correct. Your eye's position is wrong. When you are looking at the scale from the wrong direction, I mean your eye's position is wrong lah. That is called parallax error. Understand? Okay. So all the experiment you can give this as a precaution. Okay, I tell you what. In your experiment experiment examination the last part of the question they will ask you precaution one. Okay. What precaution you must take to improve your experiment? So you must write this one more. Because all the experiment involving using our eyes to see, to get the reading. So you can say this one. Avoid parallax error by position the eyes must be 90 degrees perpendicularly to the measuring scale of stopwatch and meter rule. Everything can be the same except stopwatch and meter rule. This one depends on what experiment you are talking about. Not all the experiment using stopwatch, using meter rule one. Some experiment using thermometer, correct not? Some experiment using vernier caliber. Vernier caliber also you learn in lower form already, right? So if your experiment using vernier caliber, using thermometer, then here you have to change law. Avoid parallax error by position the eyes perpendicularly to the measuring scale of thermometer and vernier caliber. So here you must see what instrument used in your apparatus. Okay. Okay, so this one finished already. Now you can start answer the question. Okay, number one. Now quiz time. What answer? Type your answer, please. Which of the following is the best way to tabulate the data? Which table is the best? Huh? I see who give the answer. Isabel, she says C. Okay, let's see your answer correct now. Yes and no. B. Huh? Why the answer is B there? Now you see, huh? Okay, we go one by one now. A, where is a mistake? This one, where is a mistake? Here, no unit. Only got symbol, no unit. Wrong. Here, got decimal. This one, no decimal, also wrong. Okay, so this one wrong lah. Two mistake already. B, got symbol, got unit, symbol, unit. Okay, that's fine. And no decimal or no decimal. So this one is correct. This one got symbol, unit here. Okay. But then what is a mistake here? What is a mistake here? Manipulated variable is very weird. Nobody give this kind of manipulated variable one. 10.5, 15.3 like that. No. Because when you put the table, first row here, this is manipulated. Manipulate means you manipulate when you control man. Why you so stupid to put 10.5, 15.3 like that? Whereas you can control the value. So take a simple one, take 10, 15, 20 like that. So the mistake is here. Okay. And here, mistake is here. Decimal, this one no decimal, no decimal. Okay, Isabel, understand already?
Yes.
Okay, come number 2 now. Which one is the most suitable skill to plot a graph? Answer, please. Which one is the most suitable? Jia said B. Yes, correct. 1 to 5 is the best lah. 1 to 5 best. Okay. Next, which of the following is the best graph? Answer, please. Best graph. Alia say, so many answers here, so many people type. Okay, can you write the number now? 3, you type 3, then put the answer. Number of the question, because you PPP, so I don't know which one, 3P, 3A, 3P, so which one is correct? Young says 3P, Lai says 3A, Bernard says 3A, so which one is the best graph? Isabel says 3B. 17 says 3B. Okay, you see the answer. 3B. 3B is correct. 3B is the best graph. Have a look here now. Why A is wrong? Why A is wrong? I don't go number 4 first lah. Wait, but not. Why this one is wrong? Hey, you must know, why this one is wrong. Alia, why this is wrong? A.
Too short or I think it's too short.
Yes, too few points. Okay, please make notes. Minimum number of points to plot a graph is 5. You must have at least 5 points. This one 3 points only cannot. Too few cannot. Jot down no. Minimum number of points is 5. Only touch 1 point. Young feeling not like that one. No. Not to see. Not to say the line never pass through all the points is wrong. No. Feeling not like that one. No. Here is because only 3 points only not enough. You must have 5 at least. Okay, C. Why C is wrong? C got 5 points, but still wrong. Or why? Why C is wrong? Jonathan. Why C is wrong?
Not balanced.
C is balanced, ma. One up here, one down here is
Oh,
balanced.
the points are too close together.
Too close together lah. Okay, I see some answers say already. Jiahe say the graph is too small. Keyi say too small. Siqi say line too short. Yes, the graph is too small. That is the reason. Too small. Cannot. Okay, the last one, why this one is wrong? This one you should know already. Very obvious. Where is the mistake? Huh? Where is the mistake? Huh? Quiet only. Why? D, where is the mistake? Not balanced. Yes, correct. Jiahe, Keyi, Huiling, all correct. Not balanced. This is definitely wrong. Not balanced. Okay, now number 4. Someone very fast give the answer already. Donkey, Jiahe said donkey. Just now got another point give for it. Yes, correct. Donkey lah, huh? Increases linearly, so it's donkey. Okay. Number 5. Number 5 is you highlight the word directly proportional. When it's directly proportional, very obvious already. You must know the answer already lah. 5C, 5C. I see here got 2 of you keep already. Jiahe, Isabel, Huiling, 5C. Everyone says C. Correct not? Yes, correct. C lah. Directly proportional. Okay. Yeah. Next is object is inversely proportional. Inversely proportional. So which graph is correct? Inversely proportional. Someone could give answer or not? I think 2 answer here is 3. C, C, A. Huiling say A. Isabel say C. Yin Sing say C. Which one is? Jiahe say A. Huh? Bernard says C. Well, all different answer. How? Got C, got A. And then so many here. Delny says C. Huiling C, C, C. Okay, let's see. I think it's C. So many of you say C. Yes, correct. C. Okay. C is the answer. Inversely proportional is when you see 1/m, straight line means inversely. Same as this one. Please jot down this. When here is M, it is a curve go down, so it's inversely proportional. Okay. Yeah. Now got one further answer number 7 already. Okay, now number 7. Which one is the answer? Number 7. 2 further give answer. Bernard C. Isabel B. Yin Sing B. B got C. How? All B or everyone give B. Got one fella give C. Bernard say C. So which one is correct? The answer is B. Answer is B. Because the question says relationship between the mass and the acceleration. So here, experiment repeated by adding the number of trolley. When you add more trolley, when you make it heavier, you are controlling the mass. Mass is mv. So acceleration becomes the rv. Okay. Okay, number 8. Also very fast answer come out already. Bernard A, Ginseng A, Isabel A, Siqi A, Lai A. Well, so all A, I think must be A lah. I think A lah. Yes, correct A. Okay, manipulate. Okay, last question. Number 9. What is the gradient? Also got someone give answer already. Number 9, all A. Okay, I think A lah. Everybody give A lah, huh? Yes, 1.5. Negative 1.5, okay? And one more, I think the last. What is a unit for gradient? What is a unit for the gradient? Only Bernard give answer. Bernard said T. Other? Cannot be one fellow give answer only. Okay, now I see all D already. Jia He, Isabel, Xing Xin, Yin Xin, or A. Yin Xin said A. Lai said D. Okay lah, come. Final answer you check. Yes, D. Okay. Gradient here the unit meter per second. You copy here meter per second. Here the unit is second. So gradient must be y divided by x. So meter per second divided by second. So you bring down, you this one bring up. So when -1 - 1, so -2 lah. Okay. So the answer is meter per second square. Okay. All right. So we have finished already for today's lesson. So we finish at question number 10. Okay. The other questions I want you to do as homework. Try to read at home. Okay. Now you stay at home only. Don't go anywhere. Stay home. Okay. Study, eat, sleep. That's all. Don't go anywhere. Stay home. Okay. Okay. So the rest of the question, please try to do it. Okay. Any question? Anyone you want to ask anything here? Alia, anything to ask or not?
No, no question.
No question. Hui Ling, anything to ask?
No.
Jonathan, what about you? Anything?
No.
No. Isabel, anything to ask?
No, sir.
No. Okay, if no question to ask, okay. So please take good care of yourself. So I see you next week. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
Thank you,
okay,
sir.
bye-bye,
Thank you,
bye-bye.
sir.
Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye.